Are you sitting there wondering what to make on your Blackstone griddle? Well, these 3 recipes will solve that for you. They are not only easy to make, but they taste great. Your family, your friends, anyone who gets this in their mouth will love it. I promise you that. So let's hop into the cook. Fully loaded smashed potatoes. This thing tastes phenomenal, and it's a super easy thing to cook while you're camping. So I know a lot of you go take your Blackstones and you go camping. I'm cooking it at home today, but you can take this cook and you can take it camping with you, and your family will love you. I promise. If they don't, leave a comment below. I want to know if your family doesn't love you. But let's go ahead and hop in and cook these smashed potatoes while you're camping. Okay, first thing you want to cook is bacon, because everything tastes better with bacon. And here's the trick so your bacon doesn't curl. You want to make sure the grill is not on. You just want to lay the bacon down without the griddle on, because then it will not curl up. It'll lay flat and it'll cook flat and it'll cook even. And it'll be nice and easy. So you just lay it on your griddle while you're camping in the campsite, and then turn the griddle on. Makes it nice and simple and easy. I know people are gonna look at you like you're crazy, but this makes it very easy and cook evenly. That's the thing. That's some thick bacon right there. We're gonna put all of our bacon on here. We go camping once or twice a year, and we take our small little Blackstone griddle, but this is one of the favorites for my family when they go camping, is the smashed potatoes. So I'm gonna cook those up first, because you wanna cook the bacon first, and then you wanna cook your smashed potatoes in the bacon grease. It just adds that little crust on the bottom and gets you a little bit better flavor. Okay, while our bacon is cooking, we're gonna chop up some green onion to go on top of our smashed potatoes. Real simple and easy. It's a good flavor. Like I said, easy to pack, easy to store when you are camping, and it adds that extra crisp of flavor here. Okay, green onions are chopped. Now we're gonna make our butter sauce, or our butter seasoning for our potatoes. Now you can keep all these seasonings in like a plastic baggie if you want when you're packing for camping, or you can just bring the bottles as you like, which way works best for you. But we're gonna mix them all in here, and then I'll put the amounts down in the comments so you guys can see what you need. But first we're gonna put a little bit of thyme in here, because not enough time for anybody. Then we gotta go ahead and put our onion powder in. Couple dashes of that. I'm a professional internet chef, guys, so don't worry. I know what these are. Paprika. Gotta hit the paprika. Put that in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our garlic powder in. So we get that in there. And then we're gonna put our Kinder's Cali Black in it. It's like a Cajun spice. And they're gonna put that in there as well. And then we're gonna take our spoon and we're gonna mix it all up in our butter, because this is gonna get poured right on top of our potatoes as they're getting crusty. And we got it all nice and poured in there. So that is ready to go, so we can pour that on. We got our green onions and our sauce ready. All right, let's flip our bacon. Get this, oh yeah, see? It's cooking it all throughout. So you get all that cook. Nice and easy. Yummy, yummy. Oh, that one curled. That one didn't listen. Oh, there we go, I fixed it. That's some thick meat right there. That's a thick bacon. Oh yeah. Hit nose. Be careful, because that bacon will pop up and get you. You gotta be careful. But we'll get this bacon off here. Then we're gonna chop it up and get it ready to go on top of our potatoes. So I'm telling you, smashed potatoes are gonna be phenomenal. And this bacon will smell phenomenal through your campsite. All your neighbors are gonna be like, he's cooking bacon, I'm coming over for some bacon. So we got a couple more minutes on this bacon, and then we'll get over on the chopping it up. All right, guys, this is a good camping recipe. But first, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and I'll have more recipes coming all the time. And I appreciate it. Let's get back to our smashed potatoes. All right, gotta put our potatoes on. Our bacon is done, and now we gotta put our potatoes on. We're gonna use these big Yukon Gold potatoes, and make sure your smasher that you brought with you, or whatever you're using, so they don't stick, has like a parchment paper, aluminum foil. You can actually heat up your press. I call it smasher. It's officially known as the press, but I call it the smasher because it's cute. But you can heat that up too if you don't want it to stick. But I use parchment paper or aluminum foil, as you're gonna see here. It makes it just a little bit easier when they don't stick. So you wanna take your potatoes, you're gonna put them right in that bacon grease. They're gonna sizzle, as they should. They're already boiled, as you saw earlier. You can boil them over that campfire. They're all on. So first step first, you wanna go in, Put your press down. A nice little press there. Just push down on that bad boy. Lift back up. There's some potatoes. Do the same thing for the other. Smash her down. Makes you feel very strong. Love those potatoes. Smash it down. Nice and easy and slow. And see how they're not sticking because of that parchment paper? Makes life easier. This one's deep in the bacon grease, so we're going to go a little bit slower so we don't splash up on ourselves. Pull up. We're going to let these cook for a few minutes, then we're going to add in our seasonings and all that fun stuff. Our potatoes are on, they're cooking. Let's chop up our bacon to go on top of that. So it's real simple. Just going to chop up our bacon here, get it nice and fine and easy to put on top of our potatoes. I'm telling you, you cook this while you're camping, you're going to be the talk of the site. Everybody is going to want some of your food. So we're going to chop it up. I know I come running when I smell bacon. This way, you got the bacon. So nice and firm here. Make sure you don't cut your finger. These are the Blackstone knives. I know I'm cutting a little weird here because I hurt my hand the other day, but we are good to go. Look at that bacon, all chopped up, ready to go. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can kind of crunch like this. Hand over the top of the knife, get a little few extra slices in there. Depends on how fine you want to go. I go about like that. I think that's perfect for you. All right, let's put on our seasoning. We made it earlier with our butter and all those seasoning. You'll pour it right on top on this. Make sure you go nice and slow. Take your spoon, just kind of smother it in there. Oh yeah, because you got to do it to the other side as well. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's going to taste so good. Yeah. Look at that yummy, yummy goodness. And that's going to be this side. We're going to let that cook for a few minutes. Then we're going to flip it. We're going to do the other side. And we're going to add our cheese and our bacon. We're going to eat this bad boy up. Woo! All right, let's flip these over. We're going to re-season them as well. We got the Big Mac Daddy. So let's get this all flipped over. Oh, yeah. Hear that sizzle? That's what you want to hear. And they're not sticking. Love me some fried taters. Look at that. Those Yukon Golds. My kids come running to the back to the campsite. They smell these. They love them. So these are the good. They're flipped. So now I'm going to grab our seasoning. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to season the top of these bad boys with the rest of this because we got to make sure everything's seasoned. We don't just do half. We go all the way on this channel. Yes, we do. I am a professional internet cook for a reason. We got to make sure those things are seasoned. There we go. All right, those are seasoned. We'll give them another couple minutes. Then we're going to add our toppings. We're going to get them off. We're going to eat them up. All right, these are cooked for a few more minutes. Let's put our toppings on and get this going. So we got our bacon, and we got our cheese, and we got our green onions. So we're going to lay those all on top. I like to go cheese, bacon, onion. You can do whatever which way you want. We're doing a mixed cheddar cheese here, so we're going to get them all nice and cheesy. Yeah, look at that. Nice and yummy. Cheesy potato. Who doesn't like a cheesy potato? Never met a kid camping that didn't. All right, we got our cheese on. And then we're going to go ahead and put our bacon on. Fully loaded here. Look at that on top. You know, that one's got a little more bacon, so I'll give that one to the kid I actually like. All right. Oh, we got a little more. Don't want to forget that. There we go. Then we're going to take our green onion and sprinkle our green onion right on top as well. Make that look a little bit pretty. It tastes good, looks good, feels good. Best way to do it. And then if you're camping, you just kind of want to let this go ahead and melt. It'll melt pretty quickly. Or if you want to do it at home, you can go ahead and put a dome over it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a dome over it right now. Let that dome, all that air in there, melt that cheese. It'll only be on for like a minute. It'll melt all the cheese. You do it on your own because you're camping and you don't have the space to pack your dome. Just go ahead and let the cook do it. He won't burn the potatoes. I showed you the temps. And the cheese will melt on its own a little bit. Just take a little bit longer. So let's get these bad boys off of here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's how they should look at your campsite or your house or wherever you're cooking them. That's how they should look. Those are so good, and they're ready to go. All right, let's get them off here. We gotta taste them. I'm excited. All right, let's get them off. Yummy, yummy. There you go. All right, let's try this bad boy. You can put ketchup, sour cream, salsa, whatever you want. I'm more of a purist. My kids love the ketchup. But let's try this thing. Oh my gosh, I've been dying for it. It looks so good. Let's get this in me. Oh, it's so good. Excuse me. That is amazing. If you guys try this, let me know down in the comments. Today is all about 5 tips to make the perfect steak. So let's take a look. First tip of choice here is choosing your steak. As you can see, we got some ribeyes here. A lot of marbling in this side right in here. This is what you want. You want the marbling because fat is flavor, guys, and this is what you want. You get more flavoring that way. I chose ribeye. It's one of my favorite steaks. You can go New York, you can go filet, whatever your choice is, but check on the marbling. Fillets will have less marbling here, but choice of steak for flavor. Tip number 1, how to choose that steak. More fat equals flavor. Number 2 on tips for making the perfect steak is seasoning and flavor. Salt, pepper, what do you use? How much do you use? What does it do? Let's hop right in and take a look at how we're gonna season and dry out this steak. For tip number 2, we're going to season our steaks, but first we gotta dry them out. They look a little wet, as you can see here. And you don't wanna steam a steak, you wanna cook a steak. So all this water in here, you don't want that on your steak. Water is not good for your steak. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some paper towels here, and we're gonna dry our steaks up. Because we don't want a wet steak. We want to grill this bad boy, have all the good fixings there. We don't want it all wet. So this way, we dry our steaks off, and then we can put our seasoning on. But just make sure you get them all dried out. A lot of people don't know that. They just cook them. Pull them out of the package and cook them. You don't want to do that because they're wet. Now you want to bring them to room temperature if you have time. I have let them out for a little while, but now we got all the wetness off. We're going to season them. And these are, I try to do a rule of thumb of two fingers here for how thick of steak, guys. So you can kind of see my beautiful fingers there, but it's a 2-finger steak for thickness. All right, so seasoning. First, it's going to be basic, guys. It's salt. We're going to do salt here. That's all we're going to do is salt. There we go. Nice salt on those. And don't forget the sides. We don't want to forget these. I'm going to get these sides, and we're going to flip them. Let's get these sides. Let's get the other side of our steak. And salt, what that does is it brings out the moisture and brings out the flavor in the steak. It's one of the only seasonings that does that, actually. But that's all you're going to need from a salt purpose right here. And then what I like to use when I'm seasoning my steak is the blackened steak from Blackstone. No, I don't work there, but I just like the seasoning. It tastes really good. So we're going to throw that on top as well. Get that bad boy off. We're going to throw that on there. Makes a good char. Gets you some good color. Like I said, so take it. Make sure you get the sides. Don't forget the sides of your steak. A lot of people don't do that. Get both of that right in there. Get it all covered. Get both sides. Here we go. And our steak is seasoned. You don't need to put oil on it or anything like that. We are good to go. They are seasoned. They are dialed in. So, like I said, let's recap. Step number 2, seasoning with salt and drying out our steaks. That's what we want to do here, guys. And that's definitely step number 3. So let's get them on the griddle and we'll get temperature going, and I'll show you some steps there. Tip number 3 is temperature. You're gonna want this bad boy hot. You wanna want it between 425 and 475 because we want to get this nice sear. We don't wanna go under, we don't wanna go over. We want that right temperature. So let's check our temperature. We got an IR right here. We're gonna see what we're at. Look at that, 495, 498 right in the middle. And then my grill's kind of spread out. So 454, 456 on the right. So that is perfect temperature. Let's get these steaks on. Let's get cooking on these steaks. So we're gonna put on our avocado olive oil blend here. Make sure they're right here and good to go. Get those on the grill. Nice and hot grill. Or griddle, you know, get hate in the comments. So let's go ahead and put these steaks on. Now we're gonna put these steaks on, you should hear that sizzle right there. That's what you wanna hear. That means your griddle is perfectly hot enough for your steaks. Now we're gonna leave these for a minute. It's called minute and flip it. So we're gonna flip after each minute until we get to the internal temperature of 120 degrees. And then we're gonna pull them off and let the heat rise. Because with meat, as you don't know, if you pull up at 120, it'll probably end up about 135, 130, and that's where we want our steaks to be. And that's how we like our steaks to cook. Our minute is up. Let's go ahead and flip our steaks. Yeah, look at that char. And we're gonna move that to a different part of the griddle because that kind of took up absorbed the heat. Same with this one. We're gonna move it down the line and get it on a different part of that griddle. So then you get a different part of the heat there. We're gonna go another minute because it absorbed the heat there, a minute there, and then we'll flip it again. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go minute and flip it as much as possible until we get to that temperature of 120. So, but man, that steak smells good. Well, it's been about 8 minutes here. We're about done. Let's flip them one more time, and then we're gonna get them pulled off and let them rise. We're gonna pull them off at 120. I just checked the temperature. Oh, these things look good. Yummy, yummy. Look at that. Hear that sear? Woo! That's good. I'm excited about that. Let's get these off, and then we're gonna make our special sauce. Let's make our sauce for our steaks as they're rising to temperature. So we're gonna take a little bit of butter, because you gotta have butter. And you're gonna take a little bit of thyme. Get some fresh garlic cloves in there. A little rosemary. And then we're gonna take a little bit of oil. There we go. We're gonna let that cook up. And this, I'm telling you, oh boy. Your friends come over, your family comes over, and you're making this for them, they're not gonna know what to do. So you can make this with the steak as well. I just do it without. It's a little fun as the steak's coming up to temp. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. Get that all good. Our sauce is done. Let's get it on the steaks. We're just gonna scoop it. We're gonna drip it right on that steak. Yeah. Oh, look at that bad boy. That's good. Yeah. That steak is ready. Yummy, yummy. Let's cut into this bad boy. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that juicy bite. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Let's try this steak. It tastes and smells so good. Oh, yeah. It's the spices from the Blackstone with the garlic and the rosemary. Phenomenal. Okay, do you like smash burgers and do you like tacos? Let's put them together. So good. Let's take a look. All right, so now we're gonna take our meat and we're gonna make about 2 ounces of meat here. So put it loosely on there. Wow, 1.8, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna take that up and just loosely put it into a ball. We're not gonna get crazy with it. It's not gonna be tight like a meatball. We're gonna loosely make it into a ball. And that's simple as that. Throw it on your scale. Got 2 ounces of meat. Because we're gonna make these with street taco size tortillas. So you don't need a ton of meat, but you're gonna need to make a good amount of meatballs. All right, we're about to do our last burger right here. We got 20 meatballs made. We gotta get this mess cleaned up and then let's kid into the toppings. We'll cut those up. All right, let's get our toppings cut. We're gonna start with this onion. Real quick, easy thing on an onion, you just literally cut it in half. Nice and simple. You're gonna put that flat. You're gonna peel, make sure you peel the layers off. This makes it a little bit quick and easy, especially when you don't need the whole onion, but you can peel this off so you're not cutting up that gross stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but it's been hard for me to peel an onion, so I always cut it in half to make it nice and easy. So let's get this taken care of. Got the root there, and we're gonna make our tiny cuts right in here. We're gonna make our tiny cuts along here. Just watch your fingers. Make sure you use a sharp knife. Got our tiny cuts. I'm gonna take it sideways, cut it there, cut it there, cut it down there, cut it here. A lot of cutting going on, and then we're just gonna lean into it and chop. Just like that. Just like that. And you get our nice diced onion for our smashed taco burgers. All right, let's get our onions off the board, and we'll put them in this nice little cute bowl, and we will start on our tomato. All right, we got our tomato. Let's get this sliced up. I like tomatoes on my burger. Are you a tomato person? I don't know. Some people aren't, some people are. I am a big fan of it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are a tomato person or not. I know it's a big divide in the cooking world. Just kidding. All right, we got our tomato cut. So we got that, set that aside. All right, let's do our avocado. So we get that sliced up. Cut it in half. Avocado season. Try not to kill our hands. Put that apart. And then we're gonna just, easy enough, we're gonna slice this up into here. Make it nice and sliced and diced. Easy cuts. Making sure we're not cutting our hands through that, and we will spoon that out. We gotta get rid of our nut, so let's get rid of our nut. Get our nut out of there. Same kind of thought process. Gonna cut down those lines, make nice in cubes, slivers, whatever you like. And we're gonna put that on our burgers as well. All right, now let's do our lettuce. People like lettuce on their burgers. Yum, yum. Let's take a piece of that head right there. Put the other piece over here with the onions. And let's get to chopping our lettuce. This is how I chop lettuce. It's very eloquent. So I'm a professional internet chef, not a real chef in real life. I still have my day job. But that's all your lettuce. We got your tomato, we got your avocado, we got your onion. All right, no smash burger taco would be complete without a burger sauce. So we're gonna make a burger sauce real quick. We're gonna do 1/2 cup of mayo. I'm gonna put it right in here, like so. Put that bad boy, 1/2 cup. And in here. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup of ketchup, because why not? That's how I make the burger sauce. My kids love this sauce. I got 5 kids, 4 girls and a boy, and they love Dad's burger sauce. We don't tell them how we make it. We tell them it's the secret sauce Dad makes. So then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of pickled relish, sweet pickled relish. So we don't, hopefully they won't watch this so they won't figure it out. And make that nice in there. Then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of sugar. So everybody loves sugar. So let's get that out of there. 1 and 2. All right, then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of distilled white vinegar to round it off here. Let's get that going. Put it over here. 1 and a 2. And then of course you gotta add 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm not gonna measure that, we're gonna do that by feel. I'm a little more peppery person, so we're gonna put a little pepper in there. We'll take our whisk, and we're gonna make our burger sauce. It's similar to the mac sauce, similar to Thousand Island. A little bit sweeter. I think that's why the kids love it. A little bit sweeter sauce. Look at that sauce in there. Yummy, yummy. So we got that sauce made. Let's try it. Because, yeah, that's good. You got to try everything when you cook. Otherwise, how do you know it tastes good? Let's get to cooking. Hey, if you enjoy what we're cooking today, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn those notifications on. I'll be uploading videos weekly, getting you brand new cooks on the grill. So let's get back to cooking. Okay, we got the grill on, and now it is time to cook. We got a couple tools. We got our smasher, which we're gonna need, provides that weight to smash those tacos down, and we got our street taco tortillas. Those are the best tortillas to use. I'm using the whole sweet Hawaiian roll. We're gonna get a little sweet tonight. On temps, just make sure you're not on low. You can go on high, that'll make it quick faster. I do medium high. I don't take internal tips of the actual grill. I mean, some people do. It could be like 500 degrees, but I would go just put it on straight medium, and let's get to cooking. All right, let's get to cooking. So I'm gonna put a little oil on, a little olive oil, avocado, whatever you like to use. Gonna smooth that out on our grill. Our grill going. Get it all greased up and ready to go. And then we're gonna take our burgers. I'm gonna place them out here. Get that nice sizzle. Little smash burger tacos. Pretty simple and easy. I got 20 of them. Because my family cooking for 10 tonight. So we're gonna start there. Real simple, take our tortilla, put it on top, smash it down. Yeah, get it nice and good on there. Same thing, take our tortilla, smash it down. Nice. Little wiggle wiggle at the end. Get that nice sound. Remember, you gotta get the wiggle wiggle at the end. That's the signature move right there. Trademarked by Big Puffin Eats. Wiggle wiggle. Smash that down and let those cook. There we go. Listen to that sizzle. That's how you know your grill was ready. Yeah. All right, let's flip these over. Now, these could stick. That's totally fine. Look at that. Oh, that's yummy. Those are all good. That's what you want to see on that tortilla. All that meat juice. It tastes good in your mouth. All right, now we're going to put the cheese on. Let this get a little warmed up. We're going to turn our grill down to low. We don't need it on high because it's already cooked. Gonna get this cheese on here. And this one's already sticking in nice and melty. All right, let's get these made. We got 8 so far. Let's get them all made up. So we're gonna put our onions, a little bit of onion on each one. Get them all dialed. Gotta have onion in your burger, smash burger taco. And then of course you gotta have your special sauce we made. So we gotta put that on. Everybody loves a special sauce. I mean, I do. Saucier the better. It just tastes good. Why would you not? You know, get all that in there. Each one. There we go. And we're going to put our tomato. Our tomato in there. Make these up nice. We got 2 people that don't like tomatoes, so we'll keep that out. We got to put our avocado. Nice little avi in here. That's right, I call it avi. It's a little bit easier. You know, I just make up words. Works out well. All right. The avocado. I'm going to overload this bad boy. Yummy, yummy. And then we got to put our lettuce, because you know what I mean? A little bit of lettuce right on top. That's a good one right there. I don't care who you are. That's a good looking smashed taco. All right, we got all these made up. I gotta try these things. This look good. I haven't had dinner and it is late. As you can see, we're getting darker. So we're gonna take a bite and see how this thing goes. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do it. Oh, so good. Highly recommend this. This is amazing. Give me 1 second. That's pure joy. Highly recommend you guys making this. I appreciate you sticking around for the cook, and I'll catch you in the next cook. Thanks.